Hey, it's Rex on the road. We are in Napa Valley at Charles Krug Winery, the oldest winery in the Napa Valley.
Nice to have you.
Jim Morris, who is the VP of Guest Relations here.
So I've heard.
Yeah, it sounds like an important job too.
It's the job that runs me, not the other way around.
Yeah, you've been busy today. You know, as we got here, you had important phone calls you had to make.
Right.
And so we really appreciate you taking time to chat with us about the oldest winery in Napa Valley, right?
I'm thrilled you guys are here. So,
1861, right?
Indeed. So that was the year that Charles Krug himself opened this winery, and
right.
So it is officially Napa Valley's oldest winery.
Wow.
He actually came from Buena Vista Winery, where he was.
Okay.
He and Augusto and Harasti,
right.
who founded and started Buena Vista.
Right.
Opened that winery in 1859.
Wow.
He sought his fame and fortune. He was an entrepreneur and wanted to do his own thing, so
right.
he came up Valley and met a young lady named Carolina Bale.
Oh wow! Wow. So I mean, that you think back to 1861, that's the Civil War, and so that's a long time to be making wine in Napa Valley.
And indeed, it is part of the cool story that we tell. We have two fascinating threads of history here in Napa Valley. We predate Napa Valley.
Right. Wow. That's amazing.
And this is the home of the Mondavi family.
Right. The Mondavis took it over in 1943, and it's been theirs ever since. They've been good caretakers and continued to grow the brand. And so it's incredible.
Yep. So we're in fifth generation Mondavi family now. So.
Okay. Great.
But yeah, the history. There's these two really fascinating historical threads are really, you know, what people look for when they want to do a historical visit to Napa.
Sure, sure. I mean, how long was it that other wineries said, hey, we're going to follow Charles Krug? How long did that take for other wineries to show up in the valley?
You know, I wish I knew more about the deeper history, the 20th century version of the wine industry. It was all hit. It all came to a crashing halt in 1919 with Prohibition anyway.
Right.
But 19 through 33 were just the quiet years of all the wine production, except for the sacramental wine and the home version of wine.
Right.
But for the most part, you know, even Napa Valley as a whole, there was probably no more than 40 wineries in Napa in the early 70s.
Right. Yeah, I remember that kind of being the gold rush era of Napa Valley, the 1970s, maybe the early 80s, and it seemed like all of a sudden folks were finding gold in Napa Valley in a liquid form, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And even then, it was still, you know, some of our early, you know, wines were jug wines, and you know, it was a pretty pedestrian beverage at that point. It was for the masses instead of a fine wine.
Now, you just poured us something.
I did.
And what did you pour?
A bottle of golden deliciousness.
Okay.
So this is one of our flagship wines. This is the 2020 Sauvignon Blanc.
Okay, Sauvignon Blanc. And so I know it's bad. I'm working and we're drinking wine, but I think it's okay, right? I mean, it's okay. We've got the permission here of Charles Krug Wine.
Yeah, like I said earlier, we're all highly trained adult beverage professionals.
Right, exactly. So cheers. Thanks so much for having us in. And we'll be back with more in just a little bit, right here on Rex on the Road.